Ready for a journey that challenges the conventions of romantic love? This video goes beyond illusions and idealizations to explore fascinating reasons why avoiding falling in love can be a wise choice. Discover the dangers of emotional dependence, the trap of idealizing a loved one, and why the initial intensity of love can be fleeting. Awaken a new perspective on love and relationships, inviting you to rethink the role of romantic love in your life. Don't miss this in-depth exploration and sign up for a conversation that challenges the status quo of love. The relentless pursuit of romantic love is a theme that permeates many stories, songs, and movies, often portrayed as the most sublime of human aspirations. This social narrative urges us to yearn for a relationship that promises eternal happiness and rescues us from our anxieties and loneliness. However, this idealization of romantic love carries with it a less spoken reality. Spoken or not, it is not always the source of the perpetual happiness we desire. Often, romantic love proves to be a road filled with intense emotional highs and lows, ranging from overwhelming euphoria to deep and painful anguish. Scientific research suggests that this emotional roller coaster may not be beneficial for our mental and physical health. This perspective gains even more strength when considering teachings, such as those from Buddhism, which suggest that romantic love might be an obstacle to true happiness, challenging prevailing social narratives. The idea of avoiding falling in love or questioning the supreme importance of romantic love emerges as a worthy topic for reflection, especially for those who are more skeptical or rational. This video aims to dive into this discussion, exploring reasons why we might not want to put romantic love on the pedestal where it commonly stands. The intention is to generate deep reflection on how we perceive romantic love, challenging the viewer to reconsider preconceived notions and understand that, in some circumstances, avoiding falling in love may be a wise and beneficial choice. This approach not only broadens our understanding of love but also encourages us to seek a more balanced and authentic well-being. Before we begin, please check your subscription, and don't forget to share your opinion as it helps strengthen our community. Firstly, romantic love is addictive. When we fall in love, we undergo a radical transformation in our perception of the world around us. Those who used to irritate us now seem tolerable, and activities we detested become bearable. The world is colored with a new and vibrant glow, and even the sky appears bluer. Everyday problems melt away as if under the heat of a radiant sun. This euphoria, this altered state of consciousness, makes the experience of falling in love uniquely and intensely desirable. Suddenly, everything that seemed important before loses its value in the face of this new and overwhelming sensation. Past life, which once seemed so dull and colorless, gains new shades vibrating with unknown energy and fullness. Romantic love, seen through this perspective, takes on an almost supernatural and mystical character, celebrated in countless forms of art and literature throughout human history. Bertrand Russell, the renowned British philosopher, captured this essence by stating that romantic love is perhaps the source of the most intense pleasures life can offer. He saw in the love between a man and a woman marked by passion, imagination, and tenderness an invaluable value, something whose absence represents a great loss for any human being. However, this enchanting view of romantic love hides a potential danger: its capacity to create dependency. Like any addiction, romantic love can be an incessant pursuit of a state of ecstasy and escape from reality, where life without love seems devoid of meaning. This emotional dependence can lead to a cycle of emotional highs and lows with significant impacts on mental health and overall well-being. The question that arises, therefore, is to what extent this dependence on romantic love is healthy and sustainable in the long run. Scientific understanding of passion and romantic love reveals that they are intense experiences largely due to the release of certain chemicals in the brain, such as dopamine and oxytocin. These neurotransmitters are linked to feelings of lust, excitement, euphoria, and attachment, all crucial components of the phenomena of attraction and the formation of emotional bonds. The fascinating aspect of this dynamic is its similarity to the experience of consuming intoxicating substances, a comparison made by some scientists. Dr. Helen Fisher, a renowned biological anthropologist, offers an intriguing perspective by comparing romantic love to the effects of cocaine in her article in the scientific journal Nautilus. She highlights the parallel between the state of being in love and the behavior of a drug addict under the influence. This analogy is based on brain imaging studies showing the activation of the same brain regions in people in love and individuals under the influence of drugs. According to Fisher, one of the most striking aspects of romantic love is the intense desire that accompanies this state, a fundamental element also present in addictions. She describes how the lover, in their growing obsession, seeks increasing interaction with the object of their affection, a phenomenon known in addiction literature as intensification. This obsession is not limited to physical or emotional seeking. It also manifests in intrusive and constant thoughts about the beloved, a thought pattern typical of drug dependence. This scientific approach challenges our traditional understanding of romantic love, suggesting that from a certain perspective, being in love can be compared to a state of chemical dependence. This leads us to question to what extent this dependence is healthy and to what extent the idealized romantic love in our culture may have potentially harmful aspects to our mental health and well-being. The analogy of love as an addictive drug leads to an intriguing understanding of romantic love. Just as with addictive substances, when we are in love, we develop a kind of dependence on the beloved. This intense feeling makes us crave the presence and attention of the other, incessantly seeking to recreate and maintain the state of happiness and euphoria associated with the relationship. When this dose of love is not available, whether due to distance, the end of the relationship, or any other circumstance that separates us from the beloved, we can experience symptoms comparable to withdrawal in addicts. These symptoms can vary from anxiety and deep sadness to irritability and, in severe cases, depression and a sense of emptiness and despair. The detoxification process of love, similar to that of a drug, involves going through a phase of withdrawal. This phase is characterized by the need to gradually weaken emotional and psychological ties with the beloved, often a painful and challenging process. This process may include physical and emotional distancing, reflection on the relationship, and the work of rebuilding emotional independence and self-esteem. This understanding of romantic love as a potentially addictive experience invites us to reconsider how we approach our romantic relationships. It can be argued that awareness of this addictive aspect of love can help us form healthier and more balanced relationships, where affection and dependence are maintained in a harmonious balance, avoiding the extremes of disproportionate emotional dependence. The second reason why being in love distorts reality is the phenomenon of idealization of the beloved. Falling in love often involves idealizing the beloved, a phenomenon commonly referred to as wearing rose-colored glasses. This metaphor illustrates the tendency to see the beloved in an exceptionally positive light, highlighting their qualities and minimizing or even ignoring their flaws. This phenomenon, which we might call the love goggles syndrome, can have significant consequences in partner selection. Under the influence of these glasses, we become less able to recognize signs of abusive behavior, narcissism, or psychopathy in the beloved. Instead, these negative traits are often overlooked or interpreted more favorably. This can lead to harmful or even dangerous relationships where the well-being and safety of the infatuated individual are not prioritized by the partner. Furthermore, the idea that we are in love with the only person destined for us is another facet of this idealization. Logically speaking, it is unlikely that there is a single perfect person for each of us. In reality, there are countless possibilities for compatible connections. However, when we are in love, this logical notion is overshadowed by the belief that we have found someone unique and perfectly suited for us. This sanctification of love, where it is seen as something esoteric and almost miraculous, can blind us to the broader possibilities of love and relationships. This narrow perspective may lead to a focus on finding the one, instead of fostering genuine connections with the diverse and complex individuals we encounter throughout our lives. This romantic idealization often extends to the belief that true love conquers all obstacles and that the power of love can overcome any challenge. While the resilience of love is indeed remarkable, there are practical limitations to what it can achieve. In some cases, this idealized perception of love may lead individuals to stay in unhealthy or even harmful relationships, believing that their love alone will be enough to overcome serious issues. By acknowledging the idealization inherent in romantic love, we can approach relationships with a more realistic and pragmatic perspective. This involves recognizing that no one is perfect, and relationships require effort, communication, and compromise. It also means being open to the idea that there isn't just one perfect person for each of us, but rather multiple individuals with whom we can build fulfilling and meaningful connections. The third reason why romantic love may not be the ultimate source of happiness is the transient nature of its intensity. The initial stages of falling in love are characterized by a heightened state of passion, desire, and euphoria. This phase, often referred to as the honeymoon period, is marked by intense emotional experiences and a sense of being on cloud nine. However, This heightened emotional state is not sustainable in the long term. Research suggests that the intense feelings associated with the early stages of romantic love tend to decline over time. This decrease in passion and euphoria is a natural part of the relationship's evolution and is often replaced by a deeper, more stable form of love characterized by companionship, shared experiences, and a sense of security. While this shift is a normal and healthy progression in a long-term relationship, it can be challenging for individuals who have been conditioned to associate love primarily with intense emotional highs. The danger lies in the unrealistic expectation that the initial intensity of romantic love should persist indefinitely. When reality sets in and the passionate emotions subside, some individuals may interpret the shift as a loss of love or a sign that the relationship is no longer fulfilling. This misconception can lead to dissatisfaction, disillusionment, and the pursuit of new romantic connections in search of that initial euphoria. Understanding the natural progression of love and embracing the deeper, more enduring aspects of a relationship can contribute to a more fulfilling and lasting connection. It requires a shift in perspective, moving away from the notion that the intensity of romantic love is the sole measure of a relationship's success. In summary, the reasons to avoid falling in love explored in this video highlight the potential pitfalls and distortions associated with the idealization of romantic love. While romantic love can bring immense joy, connection, and fulfillment, it's essential to approach it with a balanced and realistic perspective. Recognizing the potential for addiction, idealization, and the transient nature of intense emotions can empower individuals to navigate relationships more consciously and build connections that are grounded in mutual respect, understanding, and long-term companionship. Approaching relationship problems in a rational way is essential to promoting a healthy and constructive dynamic. Rather than reacting impulsively to intense emotions, the rational approach involves carefully analyzing problems, considering different perspectives, and seeking solutions based on logic and mutual understanding. When we face relationship challenges, emotion can often cloud our judgment and lead to impulsive decisions. The rational approach encourages open and honest communication, allowing both parties to express their feelings and concerns clearly. Furthermore, by adopting a more rational perspective, we are able to identify patterns of behavior, understand the underlying causes of problems, and develop effective strategies to resolve them. This creates an environment conducive to individual and mutual growth, strengthening the foundation of the relationship. The rational approach also involves accepting responsibility for one's actions and being open to compromise. Instead of looking for someone to blame, partners work together to resolve conflicts, promoting a deeper understanding and a stronger connection. In short, approaching relationship problems in a rational way offers a balanced and mature approach, contributing to building lasting and healthy relationships. This practice not only strengthens the connection between partners, but also lays the foundation for continued growth and deeper mutual understanding. By taking a rational approach to dealing with challenges in relationships, partners have the opportunity to cultivate empathy and understanding. Instead of impulsive reactions, rational analysis allows for a deeper exploration of individual needs, values, and expectations. This creates a space for empathy, where each partner can truly understand the other's point of view. Communication becomes a valuable tool in this process. Clear expression of emotions and active listening are essential components of the rational approach. This not only facilitates conflict resolution, but also strengthens the emotional connection between partners, building a solid foundation for mutual trust. Furthermore, by facing challenges rationally, couples can develop practical strategies to overcome obstacles. This may involve setting common goals, creating realistic action plans, and implementing positive changes in behavior. The rational approach also encourages authenticity and transparency in the relationship. By recognizing and accepting their own vulnerabilities and limitations, partners can build a stronger foundation of trust. This mutual honesty creates an environment conducive to continued personal growth and a more resilient partnership. Ultimately, the rational approach to dealing with challenges in relationships not only contributes to effective problem-solving, but also fosters a deeper, more meaningful connection. By investing in mutual understanding, open communication, and authenticity, partners can cultivate lasting, enriching relationships built on a solid foundation of respect and commitment. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to continue exploring topics related to wisdom and knowledge. When we work to replace emotional dependency in a relationship, we are essentially seeking to create a healthier, more balanced dynamic. Emotional dependence can manifest itself when a person places an excessive burden on their partner, expecting them to be the exclusive source of happiness, validation, and emotional security. Instead, promoting emotional autonomy is essential to strengthening the relationship. Replacing emotional dependence involves cultivating each partner's emotional self-sufficiency. This means that you should both strive to find joy, satisfaction, and self-validation within yourself rather than being overly dependent on each other. This does not diminish the importance of mutual support. On the contrary, it creates a stronger foundation for the partnership. Transparent and open communication plays a fundamental role in this process. Expressing needs and expectations clearly, without giving your partner sole responsibility for fulfilling them, promotes deeper understanding and avoids the trap of emotional dependence. Furthermore, promoting independence and individual growth is essential. Each partner must pursue interests, goals, and relationships outside the context of the romantic relationship. This not only enriches individual lives, but also contributes to a healthier relationship where both partners have room to grow and evolve. Building a foundation of trust is a vital component in this process. Replacing emotional dependence with a partnership based on trust implies recognizing that both are individual beings with their own emotional journeys. This allows each partner to share joys and challenges more authentically, without the burden of sole responsibility for the other's emotional well-being. In short, replacing emotional dependence in a relationship is an invitation to create a more balanced connection, where each partner contributes to mutual happiness, without carrying the burden of excessive dependence. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to continue exploring topics related to wisdom and knowledge. Inner strength, often called resilience or determination, is a fundamental attribute that resides within each individual. It is the ability to face challenges, overcome adversity, and maintain a positive attitude in the face of difficulties. Developing inner strength is an ongoing process that can be cultivated throughout life. A person with strong inner strength tends to deal better with stress, uncertainty, and life changes. This quality is not just based on the absence of problems, but on the ability to respond constructively to them. Here are some key aspects related to inner strength. Resilience. Resilience is a central component of inner strength. It involves the ability to recover quickly from challenging events, learn from those experiences, and move forward with a renewed mindset. Self-confidence. Believing in yourself and your abilities is crucial to strengthening inner strength. This involves recognizing your own talents, accepting your limitations, and having the confidence to face the challenges that arise. Acceptance. Inner strength is also linked to the ability to accept circumstances that we cannot change. This does not mean resignation, but rather the ability to direct energy to areas where we can make a difference. Purpose. Having a sense of purpose and meaning in life contributes significantly to inner strength. When a person has clear goals and objectives, it provides an internal compass that guides them even in the most difficult situations. Adaptation. Life is constantly changing, and inner strength manifests itself in the ability to adapt to new circumstances. This includes being flexible, learning from experiences, and adjusting the course as needed. Cultivating inner strength is an ongoing process that can be strengthened through practicing self-compassion, developing emotional skills, and finding a healthy balance between challenges and self-care. As we delve into this exploration, it's crucial to emphasize that the intention is not to discourage love or relationships, but rather to encourage a more thoughtful and nuanced approach. By questioning prevailing narratives and embracing a more balanced perspective, we can cultivate healthier relationships that contribute positively to our overall well-being. Before we conclude, we invite you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. How do you perceive romantic love, and what role does it play in your life? Have you ever questioned the idealization of love? Or do you believe in the enduring power of romantic connections? Your insights are valuable, contributing to a diverse and enriching conversation within our community. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of the complex and multifaceted nature of romantic love. If you found this video thought-provoking, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with those who might benefit from the discussion, and subscribe for more content exploring the depths of human experience and understanding. As we navigate the intricate landscapes of emotions, relationships, and self-discovery, let's continue this journey together. Until next time, take care, and may your path be filled with love, wisdom, and genuine connections. Ready to dive deeper into the ocean of knowledge? Subscribe to the channel now so you don't miss the next videos full of wisdom and transformative insights. Awaken a new understanding of different topics and be prepared to expand your mind with each new content. Don't miss the chance to be part of this journey of discovery and growth. Click the registration button and embark with us towards a universe of learning.